now that we can add to to-dos, we're ready to actually display them on the home page. Since we're using Riverpod, we can actually simplify this home page quite a bit. We can remove all that, and we can change the stateful widget to be a consumer widget. And we need to, of course, import Riverpod. And then to make it a proper consumer widget, we need to add our widget reference here. Now, to display, we first need to retrieve the to-dos. So our list of to-dos needs to be taken from ref.watch to-do provider. And the to-do type has to be imported from our model folder. And now we have access to the to-dos. And I should probably put an S there so I don't mistake it for a 1. To display, it doesn't get much harder. We just do a list view builder. The item builder has the context followed by the index. And then we can return. For now, let's just return the text of the to-dos at that index and the content. And we need one more thing, and that is the item count. And for that, we just do to-dos.length. Okay. Should be able to add a to-do saying record this video, add a to-do, and doesn't show up for some reason. Why is that? We might have to reload because we just added a new watcher to our provider. So if we reload now, we say record this video, add to do, and there we go. It's showing up this time. We can add another one saying edit this video. And we'll see both of them. Now we could be done here, but let's make it look a little bit better. For that, we're going to actually import another package. It's a package that I really like. It's called Flutter. Oh, we need to make sure. Click the import first. It's called Flutter Slidable. So now each element within our list needs to be a slidable widget. Slidable widget. And we can import that. Now for the slidable widget, we want to implement two things. So first, the start action pane, which is of type action pane. And within there, we need a motion to scroll motion, and also some children. So let's just save it, see what that does. So now we're able to not slide that yet because we're not running the application, of course. And also, before we get to that, let's even make this bigger. So right now this is just a small text, but we should wrap it in a list tile. And then this will be the child. Except in list tiles, it's a title, not a child. Okay, now we can run it and see what it looks like. So we're running our to-do app. Let's add some to-dos in there. Record this video. And then edit this video. So now we see we can slide. And we have something at the beginning here, but we can't really see it because we don't have anything there. The children's empty. So with the slidable widget is you wrap the whole thing in the slidable widget and it becomes, like it sounds, slidable. So the action panes are what you slide into. This is an action pane. And now we can add children in there. So for the children here, we're going to have a slidable action. On pressed, we will define later. Well, we can add an icon called icons.check. So there we go. Now when you slide it, you'll see there's a check icon. When we press it, nothing happens, but that's okay. We'll fix it later. And actually on this left side, we want the delete. So we want the delete, and let's make it look a little bit better too. So the background color, we're going to want colors.red. There we go. Now we know for sure it's a delete item. And we can give it a little bit of border radius so it looks a little bit better. Now we can finally add that onPressed method by getting the to-do notifier. And then delete this to-do. And the ID for this one will just be the index. There we go. Now if we press it, we might have to reload it actually. Let's add the to-do back in. Record, add, and then delete. And you see, it's gone. Now we're going to do something very similar to the start action pane, and that is the end action pane, which is the same thing except the other side. So here we're going to do colors.green. We're going to change the delete to a check mark. And instead of delete to do, we're going to do complete to do. So now if we save it, we add record, we add edit, add to do, and let's say we completed the recording part, click the check mark. See, nothing happens. That's because we're just showing all the to-dos here. We're not showing the active ones, we're not removing the completed ones, it's just all the to-dos. And even though the state changes, the UI isn't reflecting that. So in the next video, we're going to set up a completed screen, and we're going to make this work properly.